Hello, church. Welcome to another edition of By the Numbers with me, Liam Conley, your friendly Harvest Vineyard Church pastor and numbers guy. As we wrap up 2021 and begin 2022, I want to give you a financial update and share some good news with you. First off, we want to begin with our mission statement, which is encounter Christ, experience community, and love the world. Everything we talk about with finances is all about people. All these numbers and finances only matter if real people are being benefited. We want to remember that we exist to help people come to know Christ, experience community, and become disciples who then love the world. And there is an important reality of finances in ministry. Financial resources make it possible to offer meaningful ministry to our church and meaningfully serve our city. All of this is part of a system that works together to support a healthy church. With that, let's get to the numbers. One of my favorite parts about being a church that is financially healthy is that we can be generous with what we have. In the same way that we teach the principle of tithing, which is giving the first 10% of our income back to God, we as a church also take 10% of our income each month and give it away. So in terms of community impact and outreach, this generally falls into 4 categories. The first group are local community partners that we support. Those are Home for a While, Food at First, Obria Medical Clinics, Mustard Seed Community Farm, Wings of Refuge, and The Bridge, formerly known as the Emergency Residence Project. The second group are missionaries that we support. Those are Daniel Blom with YWAM, Joe Robb and Stephen Chelsea Neutron with the Navigators, Will and Jess Owens with Operation Mobilization, and Dan and Jill Frowine with United World Mission and El Pozo de Vida in Mexico City. The third group are local Christian workers that we support each month. Those are Lori Adams with Christian Educators Association International, Paul Luth and Chad Britton with InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, Ezra Iliff and Sarah Cook with the Navigators Campus Ministry, and then other one-time gifts to other campus ministers and missionaries as those funds are available and those requests come in. And then finally, the fourth group is our regular community outreach, and so that's food bags that we're giving away each week, Meals from the Heartland food packing events that we host, single moms events, single dads events, and We Heart Ames. We love supporting these people and ministries, and by your generous giving, you are supporting them regularly as well, so thank you. We also value financial accountability and transparency as a church. One way that we model this is with our membership with the Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability. Harvest Vineyard Church is certified by the National Financial Accountability Organization, known as the ECFA, who provides financial accountability by performing an annual review of our finances, our senior level compensation, and our board structure. They also provide tax, financial, and legal resources to us. So we want to be transparent in that whatever questions you have about the church's financing, staffing, or anything on the business end of the church, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. Now let's take a moment to revisit how we ended 2021 in terms of income. Some of you might remember that we did a Christmas offering to go towards our new Fort Dodge campus as we ended the year. I am excited to share that we received just over $51,000 towards our 2021 Christmas offering, and that will go towards the Fort Dodge campus. This is double what we previously received as a highest Christmas offering and definitely exceeded expectations. On top of that, Harvest Vineyard Church in Ames continues to set aside 2% of our tithes and offerings each month to go toward future church planting, including the start of the new campus in Fort Dodge. So when you give to Harvest Vineyard Church, you're impacting people not only in Ames, but also in Fort Dodge and beyond. Now, 2021 continued to be an unpredictable year as we navigated life and ministry while living in a pandemic. So we created a conservative budget for 2021, but I'm happy to report that we ended the year 16% over budget in terms of our income. So roughly speaking, that's about $284,000 of net income at the end of the year. Now, throughout 2021, that allowed us not only to continue keep doing meaningful ministry, we were also able to pay down $115,000 in extra mortgage payments toward the principal balance of our loan. And as we walk through 2022, we will revisit regularly how often and how much to continue to pay extra on our loan, as we'd love to free up that expense as quickly as possible so that it can go towards more ministry and outreach to our community. Speaking of 2022, as our staff and board created a budget for this new year, we kept things relatively similar to 2021. If you'd like a detailed breakdown and a budget comparison, please let me know. But in summary, we created a zero-based budget with a 4% projected increase in tithes and offerings, as the fourth quarter of 2021 indicated that giving would not only hold steady, which it had through the year, but would actually increase going into 2022. What good news that is, especially given the challenges of the last couple of years. Now, finally, to close, I just want to give a quick overview of the cash situation at the church and communicate our philosophy as far as saving for emergencies, future projects, and future ministry opportunities. HVC aims to keep an emergency fund in an interest-bearing checking account that is equivalent to 6 months of expenses. We've been able to do that over the last few years and will continue to do that into 2022. On top of that emergency fund, we have just over $100,000 set aside in a capital reserve fund for future projects that will take a significant amount of resources. Things like a new roof or roof repairs, new HVAC units, parking lot upkeep, things like that. Now, we've been blessed with an excess above those benchmarks, and when we're at that point, we look at paying extra on our loan, or we look at future ministry opportunities like a new campus or a wish list item, and then we discuss those things with the church board. All to say, God has been good to us, and our church is full of faithful givers who enable ministry to happen. We don't take this lightly, and we welcome any questions that you have. So you can always email me directly at liam@harvestvc.org, or you can call the church to set up an appointment. Thank you for your support, thank you for your generosity, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of By the Numbers. We'll see you next time.